The Brunswick Mesmerize releases on August 16th, and here's everything you need to know about it before you pick one up yourself. The Mesmerize is a solid asymmetrical ball coming from Brunswick Bowling. It has very similar vibes to the old Vapor Zones, if you remember those from many, many years ago. So the core is the Brunswick tri-elliptic core, something new, a little bit of a twist off of the old Vapor Zones to make it more modern. It has numbers of a 2.51 RG, a 0.056 differential, and a 0.017 intermediate differential. And it has a cover of the Brunswick Evolution solid cover stock. This one is a little bit familiar, but still different. It's a combination of what you guys remember from the Wicked collision that came out a couple of months ago, along with the old Quantum Evo series that Brunswick made back 3 or 4 years ago. So everything I've seen about this ball so far showcases that this is one of the strongest balls Brunswick has made in a long time. But the unique thing is this ball actually continues very, very well. So one big problem with asymmetrical solid bowling balls is when they start hooking, they quit. So they hook early and then they just roll out and stop. That's why you see a lot of plaque 10s, a lot of weird 7 pins, things like that. But this ball seems to be very dynamic. When it hits the spot, it still is round through it and continues through the pins, which is odd. So in my opinion, this is a good comparison to the Wicked collision. The Wicked collision looks very similar on the lane, but the Wicked starts hooking and then rolls out, whereas this ball starts hooking and continues hooking throughout the pins. So like I mentioned earlier, this ball is a play off of the old Vapor Zone from Brunswick. That ball was loved by so many people, and this core is a little bit similar, and it does act very similar to the Vapor Zone. I never personally threw them, but people that I know that did say it acts fairly similarly. So this is going to be a pretty unique shape from Brunswick. To me, it also looks like a beefy mindset. So if you liked your mindset and you want a little bit more hook, this is going to be the play. So it should pair pretty nicely with the intense mindset that just came out pretty recently. Speaking of balls that are similar, this is where I would put it in a bag. This is definitely 100% going to fit in the strong and smooth category. It's going to rival the Extreme Envy and the Gem series as some of the strongest balls in bowling. So this is going to be strong and smooth. You will not need anything stronger than a Mesmerize. But below it, Brunswick really wants you to pair the Vaporize with it. Now I'll have a video coming on that sometime soon, but the Vaporize is going to be an asymmetrical pearl ball that is supposed to pair really nicely with it. The cores are very, very similar. The covers are fairly similar. Just one solid and one is pearl. But if you don't want to get two new balls, the intense mindset pairs really well, or even the beyond infinity. Now Brunswick has a lot of pearl asymmetrics that are going to be good 1-2 punches off of this ball. Now be warned, this is a very, very strong bowling ball. This might be too strong for a lot of you out there. If you're speed dominant, this is going to be a massive ball for you. As a speed dominant bowler, you need stuff that picks up earlier on the lane. If you're rev dominant, you probably don't need this unless you put some polish on it, and I'm very interested to see what polish does to this ball. I haven't seen any reviews of that yet or heard anything, but I'll be very curious when it comes out. The Brunswick Mesmerize releases on August 16th alongside many other Brunswick balls. All of those reviews will be on the channel, so make sure you subscribe and follow so you can get notified for all of the new videos coming out.